Subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon to never miss an update.
The fact is that इंटरव्यू तक पहुंचोगे कैसे? तुम्हारे जैसे अगर तुम आईआईएम में हो, मेरे बैच में मेरे जैसे 450 और बच्चे, ऐसी अब 20 आईआईएम हो गई है. Trust me, 5 years from now, which batch you're from won't matter so much in your placement.
Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Conversations in Quarantine. We've got someone today who's done a bunch of really interesting jobs, but what she's doing right now, after stepping out on her own, is something that is going to be most relatable for you guys and something that you guys would love to hear about. I welcome Saloni Mehta on Conversations in Quarantine. Saloni, thanks for doing this with us.
Hi Kunj, thank you so much for the introduction. It's an honor. I think I've been seeing inside IIM since when I was applying for IIM. So it feels like a journey to be here.
To begin with, I want to ask you that the cover picture of your LinkedIn profile talks about become a blue orange, and I don't exactly get what that means. Can you take me through what that means?
There is a beautiful poem called Masks by Shel Silverstein. It's a very small one. It says, "She had blue skin, and so did he. He kept it hid, and so did she. They searched for blue their whole life through. They passed right by and never knew." So that was inspiration number one. Inspiration
Right.
number two is X-Men. And I remember there was a scene where Magneto tells Mystique that if you're going to spend any amount of energy trying to be something that society accepts, you will never reach your full potential. And then there was another
Right.
scene where they were training for war, and he said that energy that you're spending to keep your appearance up could be the difference between life and death. These were two different things I had seen in my life, but for me they became a blue orange, which is, in a world of orange, orange is be a blue orange, right? So just be Mystique, be yourself, be authentic, and you will have a superpower.
But Saloni, particularly on a platform like LinkedIn, does that work? I mean,
Especially on LinkedIn.
everybody's looking for a point of parity on LinkedIn. That I went to X kind of campuses, I went to Y kind of jobs, and hence I'm good enough to be shortlisted for the job, and then I'm going to stand out in the interview and finally crack it. But you are saying that you need to stand out and be your vulnerable, unique self right from the beginning. So does that really work on LinkedIn?
If you don't do that, you will not stand out. If you don't do that, you won't get into the interview. The
Right.
fact is that इंटरव्यू तक पहुंचोगे कैसे? तुम्हारे जैसे अगर तुम आईआईएम में हो, मेरे बैच में मेरे जैसे 450 और बच्चे, ऐसी अब 20 आईआईएम हो गई है. Trust me, 5 years from now, which batch you're from won't matter so much in your placement. So
Right.
you're effectively competing with just 10,000 creme de la creme people for those creme de la creme jobs. And you want to stand out by your batches, you have to do that. I'm not saying don't do that. I'm just saying that you need to do something over and above that, which is यार तुम्हारा तड़का क्या है? And this is something I'm saying I am training not just young professionals or mid careers, I'm actually training female leaders to do, who already
Right.
have a body of work to substantiate them.
Saloni, if I've gone through a body of work, I've worked for 10, 15 years, I'll have plenty of things to talk about, right? If I'm a final year undergrad student, okay,
Right.
how do I stand on LinkedIn?
The first part is something they're not going to like. Life में कुछ करो. Like that's the simple answer to that. कि it doesn't matter what age you are at. Spend time thinking about what at this point matters to you. I'm not saying find the answers to your life. किसी को नहीं
Right.
पता, ना मुझे पता है, ना किसी और को पता है. बट जो तुम्हें अभी अलाइन कर रहा है, उसका बारिंग योर स्टडीज, बारिंग योर एक्स्ट्रा करिकुलर्स, today's world especially, do something interesting. The second is take your thought level beyond cliched. I asked a lot of people to run this experiment. वाले करे, but ये कैसे करे? So I'm like, रोज ब्रश करते हो ना? That mindless repetitive task of brushing, when you're doing it, think about how the bristles are feeling on your teeth. मेरा elbow ऐसे हो रहा है, ऐसे हो रहा है, कैसे हो रहा है? Is my breath in sync with my brush? This is the most simplest thing you can do, right? 5 minutes a day. But you will start noticing nuances, and once your brain starts getting trained to see nuances, even the same things that you're doing with your peers, you will have a different view, and that is the different view you bring out to the world. Part two is your profile. Imagine LinkedIn is the internet, and there are 700 million websites. Your profile is one website. So you have to stand out. You do that by ensuring that the correct look and feel of your profile is there, having a badge which conveys. Now, I at this stage can probably talk about Dear Blue Orange. I would not advise somebody who's a fresher to do that. I would say they rather talk about what about things they do excites them. Those are the kind of things they should be talking about. Get more granular. Don't try to be visionaries at this stage. People are looking for you to be people who have perspective and who are executioners. That is a myth which needs to be busted. तुम आयन से निकल के कोई strategy नहीं करने वाले. Starting में अगर नहीं करने वाले हो, so you might as well sell what you will do well, right? So do that with your banner images, with your headlines, right? Write something, write your standard headline, and then give the tadka, thoda bahut usko, which comes from digging deep. Dig deeper, be specific, and optimize your profile. That at every stage of your profile, you're giving me a reason to be like, okay, I want to know more. He's just a student, but what is there? What is this person doing? This is different. And it's okay if you shun away a set of people because you're creating the space for the right people to come and talk to you. And that is very humongous. Part 3, and the most important, is you've got to be there. Whether you're an introvert, you're an extrovert, ambivert, whatever you label yourself as, right? If you're a kid, don't be a thought leader. If you're like a 25-year-old, you are not a thought leader unless you're doing something like that. You rather talk about the learnings you're getting from what you're studying or what you're doing and how you're applying them. I train a lot of senior leaders and they come back and tell me, which authority are they writing this? The depth is not there. And it shows in your languaging. Even if you put the same points, it will show in the languaging and the way you respond to the comments. So please choose what you write about. 1, mix it up with stuff that you find interesting and give your tadka to. 2, when you're writing a comment, don't write good post sir, great post sir. Mat karo yaar. Band kar do. Turant. Have a POV. If you don't have, research and write, or don't write. The best thing is not to write if you don't know, but engage meaningfully. I think these are 3 things I would say to stand out on LinkedIn. There are a bunch of more, but like top 3.
Sometimes people think that the key to everything is to have answers to most of the questions. But at a much younger age, we realize that the key to everything is to ask the right questions, right? If you show the right kind of curiosity and if you're asking good questions, that also builds your profile rather than trying to act smart and saying that, I know everything and I'm a thought leader and all that sort of falls flat on its face. Saloni, let's step back and first now explore why is it important today to have a good online profile?
Please have your profile on Internshalas, Naukris, Monsters, Time Jobs. At no point will I tell you not to do that as a fresher. Understand how a recruiter functions. I've sat in rooms with them. I've sold to them as when I was in LinkedIn. After your CV, they're going to go check your LinkedIn. Right? They will try to Google you if they don't go check your LinkedIn. और जब Google करेंगे, आपका LinkedIn आएगा. When your LinkedIn comes, आपने जो भी CV में सुंदर action words, exaggerated words डाले हैं, वो verify होने वाले हैं. So LinkedIn is not your resume. That is the mistake every single person makes. They write essay type shit and let people see the person behind the CV. So that if there are 3 people from your batch who have all been heads of some activity, curricular thing, how will you stand out? Right. Your story, the way you kind of engage. And I have seen recruiters checking and being like, हाँ यहाँ पे तो shortlist हो गया, but यार ये बंदे में ना दम नहीं लग रहा है. अरे if you work for a couple of years, they will check, अरे इसको देखो एक ही company में 2 promotion मिले, whereas this is a jumper. Chances are ये promotion वाला fits my kitty. It depends on the company's philosophy, and these are conversations I'm quoting from recruiter rooms.
So how do I actually go about doing that? Like the actual outreach to people, to invite them for collaborations, for hiring you, etc.
You will have to do cold outreaches. I don't, but you will. And when you're doing it, my personal strategy is, if you're going to somebody who's at a peer level, don't just go and say, "Arey, mere ko job dilwa do." That's the worst thing you can do. All right. Research about why you're going to that person. Who is it that they can connect you to or help you with? If they're in a company and you're like, "Mujhe ye company mein job chahiye," right? Then find out whether that job is listed or not. But if they don't see merit, because remember, your work credibility is very different from personal life, right? So you need to give them the right information. Okay, this is my skill. This is the kind of roles I'm looking for. Can you either, if you have a referral system, can you refer me to a relevant job? or put me into the pipeline, or can you connect me to the relevant hiring managers so that I can have an exploratory conversation? When you're going to senior people, I'm going to share a hack. I would go stalk them on their LinkedIn. I would go and read what they're up to, how they're doing, what they're doing. I would find something which I relate to, and
Right.
either I will send them a message with the context of that and clearly saying that, hey, this is why I'm reaching out to you. I found this interesting. Are you open for an exploratory chat? It's often nice to say upfront that I'm looking for a job, I'm looking for guidance. The second thing is, if
Right.
they're a little more senior, I will give it a 2-week period. In 2 weeks, I will go and I will engage with their content meaningfully. I will research and I will find a way to create a virtual interaction with them, right? Before I even send a request. I have so many senior leaders who say, यार बच्चे reach out करते रहते हैं, but जो note लिखते हैं ना, उनको ना बोलने में मन थोड़ा मेरा बुरा लग रहा है मुझे. And this is again I'm saying verbatim, right? That they've said कि बुरा लगता है, they've taken the effort, right? So when you take that effort, you will get credits. When you don't take that effort, it's just like CV को आपको job के लिए optimize करना है, आपके message को भी आपको इंसान के लिए optimize.
Coming to LinkedIn now, and you said that you spent some time working at LinkedIn as well, which I'm sure played a big role in you coming up with this idea eventually. What were the things that you picked up at LinkedIn that made you convinced that there could be something that I can do around it?
I think the vision of LinkedIn is something which I also align to. I feel like stealing it. I won't, but I will adhere to it, which is building economic opportunity. When I was
Right.
there in 2015, Jeff Weiner, spoke about economic opportunity. At that point, I didn't understand what he meant. Very honestly, I'm seeing it come out and play out today, right, in a much larger way. And the other thing is, I think just the values and the cultures of LinkedIn have driven me from there. One of which is taking intelligent risks. Authenticity is another one of them that I really aligned with. I had a manager who said, I am fine with you saying no to a sale versus selling wrong. I am like, oh, you don't just talk integrity, you walk it, and you want me to walk it too. So I think some of the things that I carried away from LinkedIn were all of this.
Let's come to what you're doing currently. And so, in this entire ecosystem of online profiles, outreach, building your brand online, where do you come in? What is it that you do in this?
Half my job is helping people figure out and navigate LinkedIn. All of the parts that I've mentioned, either in a one-to-one way or I run group workshops as well. I understand how to kind of be your blue orange on the platform and then how to go to the world so that you start getting responses and you start getting results.
Let's come to this world of talent that we are entering now.
Yeah.
A lot of people say skill is the new oil. Obviously, COVID has also accelerated a lot of these larger themes around how hiring is going to happen, what kind of talent is going to be preferred. What are some of the larger themes that you see that are emerging in the world of talent?
I think one is that everybody is going to have to become a marketer. Unfortunately, that is the truth. We're all salespeople and we're all marketers. Even more so because you do not have the kind of, the world has opened up that much more, which means there are that many more people fighting to get the spot. So that is a skill, whatever you're doing, whether you're a coder or whether you're a CEO, right? It doesn't matter. You're going to have to pick up these skills, the softer skills of human. The more technologically advanced we're getting, I believe the more our human will have to come out.
Right.
The second, I think, is while we need specialists, something called deep generalists is going to become insanely valuable, right? So you will have to be somebody who understands multiple disciplines because everything is coalescing, and in a post-COVID world, we're going to see them all coalesce even more, and each of them has very different moving parts, right? So today, when I'm on a Zoom call, I'm not only required to be a good communicator, I need to be able to navigate technology. I need to be able to have some depth of information. The third is your new MBA is going to be the courses that you're picking up. Like learning is suddenly going to become your new passport. I don't think your traditional MBA B schools will lose their value, but there will be a higher premium put on execution, on you continuously upgrading. Because honestly, what I learned in marketing 5 years ago, it applies, but I can't just use that much.
So, Saloni, we've been discussing partnering with you on the council program. You are coming on board as one of the mentors. Why are you doing this?
Quite honestly, that's what I do as a business, right? Whether it's LinkedIn or something else, I think half my job is mentoring people and counseling them. So this just made natural sense for me to be like, yeah, sure, why don't I partner with you? It aligns with my vision of giving economic opportunity to people.
Thanks a lot, Saloni, for doing this with us. This has been very valuable, and I think students will learn a lot from this.
Thanks, Kunj.